Located between Windsor, Ontario, and Detroit, Michigan, the Gordie Howe International Bridge Project is the largest and most ambitious binational infrastructure project along the Canada-US border. Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority, or WDBA, is the Canadian Crown Corporation mandated to deliver the project through a public-private partnership, or P3 model. In 2018, WDBA signed a $5.7 billion contract with Bridging North America as its private sector partner responsible to design, build, finance, operate, and maintain the Gordie Howe International Bridge. The Windsor-Detroit Gateway is the busiest commercial land border crossing on the Canada-US border, with over 1/4 of total bilateral trade crossing over the Detroit River. Canada is the #1 trading partner with the US, with more than $960.9 billion worth of commerce crossing the border in 2022. More than 250,000 jobs in Michigan depend on that trade and investment, and approximately 6,000 workers cross at Windsor-Detroit every day to work on the other side of the border. A new bridge and border transportation system is critical to the economies of Canada and the US to facilitate much-needed transportation improvements for people, goods, and services throughout the region. Through a comprehensive binational environmental assessment, 4 needs were identified for a new crossing: redundancy, capacity, border processing capabilities, end-to-end system connectivity. Along with the transportation needs this project addresses, it is also an opportunity to strike a balance between the need to invest in the efficient movement of freight vehicles and travelers, while also investing in the region. The Gordie Howe International Bridge Project includes 4 major components: the bridge, 2 ports of entry, and the Michigan interchange. Construction began in 2018, with significant progress continuing on all components. Dual designed to meet the requirements of both Canadian and US legislation, and built for longevity with a 125-year service life, the bridge includes 6 lanes, 3 Canadian-bound and 3 US-bound, and will have a clear span of 2.5 kilometers, or half a mile, with no piers in the water. As the longest stay cable bridge in North America, the Gordie Howe International Bridge's towers will reach 220 meters, or 720 feet in height, with 108 stay cables, for a total of 216 connecting each tower to the bridge and road deck. Rivaling the height of the tallest building in downtown Detroit, the GM Renaissance Center. The bridge will feature a 3.6 meter or 11.8 foot wide toll-free multi-use path for both pedestrians and cyclists, which connects to local paths and trails in Canada and the US. We recognize the permanent influence the Gordie Howe International Bridge will have on Windsor's and Detroit's skyline, and its role as a new gateway symbol. And dramatic bridge lighting will be incorporated into the bridge design, which will be displayed along the skyline at night, creating a visually appealing image when approaching and traveling across the bridge. In addition to state-of-the-art technology, the ports of entry include sustainability features and have been designed to be aesthetically pleasing and friendly for travelers. Moreover, They are the two largest ports of entry along the Canadian-US border. The Canadian port of entry is approximately 53 hectares, or 130 acres in size, with 16 toll collection booths, 24 primary inspection booths, outbound inspection facilities, and a maintenance facility to support the future operations of the crossing. The U.S. port of entry is approximately 68 hectares, or 167 acres, with 36 primary inspection lanes, inbound and outbound inspection facilities, and commercial exit control booths. The Gordie Howe International Bridge project is an example of sustainable infrastructure, one that is socially, environmentally, and economically responsible. It contributes to a cleaner environment and protects communities on both sides of the border, both now and in the future, from the impacts of climate change. The ports of entry facilities are designed to meet LEED v4 Silver rating, and the bridge and Michigan interchange are designed to meet Envision Platinum rating, both of which will ensure longevity while minimizing environmental impact. Examples of sustainable approaches include LED lighting, green roofs, use of native plants, water management systems, and naturalized stormwater management ponds. The highway-to-highway connectivity that is achieved with the Gordie Howe International Bridge and the border transportation system it is a part of supports reduced travel time for the future users of the bridge. The Gordie Howe International Bridge will be the only international crossing between Windsor and Detroit that connects directly to the Ontario highway system and the U.S. interstate system. The work on the Michigan interchange includes construction of ramps to and from the U.S. port of entry, reconstruction of vehicular and pedestrian bridges over I-75, and several local road improvements. The Gordie Howe International Bridge's state-of-the-art intelligent transportation system will streamline bilateral trade between Canada and the U.S. while providing a safe, secured, and efficient transportation network. In addition to the conventional advanced traffic management approaches and strategies, emerging technologies such as connected vehicle technologies will be deployed. Also, vehicle detectors will provide data to generate travel time and border wait time information for international travelers. ITS connectivity with stakeholders such as border agencies, road authorities, first responders, and emergency services on both sides of the border will be a significant feature to support efficient traffic management. WDBA's collaboration is not just with these stakeholders, but also with other tolling authorities. An integral part of the Gordie Howe International Bridge tolling system is interoperability that will allow both commercial and passenger travelers to pay for travel and related services at toll facilities with a single account. This will present customers with a regional uniform system of electronic payment. In addition to transponders, other mobile payment devices, technologies, and systems will be available to travelers along with a choice of payment options. To facilitate the crossing for commercial customers, WDBA has been working with the U.S. and Canadian custom border agencies to deploy their new technologies at the ports of entry. Lane streaming between Ontario Parkway, the tolling lanes, the border agency's pre-clearance lanes, and Michigan I-75 will allow a continuous flow for commercial vehicles. These efforts, along with the design features now under construction, support WDBA's goal of creating an exceptional customer-centric experience for all users of the Gordie Howe International Bridge. At the heart of the Gordie Howe International Bridge project is a desire to create a seamless, efficient, and easy customer experience for all travelers using the bridge. With an eye on the future, the bridge and ports of entry will be equipped with the latest technologies while being positioned to adopt emerging innovations as they become available. As construction progresses, WDBA continues to refine the customer-centric experience our future users will encounter, and we look forward to the day we welcome the first travelers across this vital piece of infrastructure.